Okay, this is the marking out for part number 5 for the Ordinary Level Project 2009. These are the supports between the wings and the main body. Now we have to make 2 of these. It says so on the drawing down here in the bottom corner. And this piece of metal that you'll get will say 5x2 on the back, so you make both of them out of this one piece. We're going to have to mark it out first of all, and then drill 3 holes in it. They're all the same size, 3.5, and then we have to bend it into the correct shape, and we have to do that with both of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out one of them on this side and one on that side. Okay, and a lot of the lines will be common to both. The width of the piece is 12 millimeters, so I think I'll start with that. I'm going to measure 12 millimeters across in the bottom left corner here. I'll mark that. And this piece is 30 millimeters across, so if I count back 12 millimeters I can mark the other one, which would be where 18 millimeters is. 30 minus 12, 18. I'm going to T-square both of those lines up the length of the piece. And again, this is aluminium, it's thin, so you must hold it in your hand when you are using a T-square. So a nice gentle line in both of these cases, making sure that the piece of metal is firmly up against the handle. And we have the 2 lines up. Now we want to pick one end to start it. This makes sense, and if I measure up 12 here, 12 we know that is on 12, 45 and 12. I'm actually not going to bother with this second 12 here. If I mark up 12, it'll give me this box, the centre of which there's a hole. If I go from 24 to here, I know that this is in the centre, and like we did with part 4, I can do an X in this box to give me that centre. So I don't actually need a line going across here. Then 45, then 12. I'm going to mark these up on one side, but I'll be able to transfer the measurements across to both sides. So the first one is at 12 millimeters. 12 plus 24 is 36, so that's 12, 36. I'm going to mark the next one at 36. Oh, now I have to do some real maths in my head. 36 plus 45, 71. Pretty sure that's the right number. Double check that before we go any further. 36 plus 45, 6 and 5 is 11. It's 81, isn't it? Ooh, lucky we checked that out. So 81 millimeters, and then we want to add another 12 to that, which will give us 93. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little X at the top of that one, so as I remind myself, this is not a measurement. So 12, 24, 24 plus 40, 12, 36 plus 24. Yes, now we're okay. So I'm going to T-square those lines across, and I'm not going to do them in the middle section, just for a little bit of clarity. This is a bend line. I'm just going to do it dashed. The next one up here, 24, is also going to be a bend line, so I'm also going to do that dashed. With these dashed lines, I do make sure that they touch the edges as well, because we may need that point. Up here is a bend line. I'm remembering not to hit that one there. And the last line then at the very top up here is a full line. We're going to cut off material there, so I'm going to get rid of that. Full line. I'm just going to shade in the areas above that line and down the centre of the piece as well, because both of those are going to be cut away later on. Now, that's most of the marking out. We just have to find the locations of these 3 holes. This top one, if we do an X in this box here, it'll give us the centre of that, and similarly with the bottom square here, if we do an X, we'll find the centre there. And the last thing then, is the center of this. We know that's a rectangle there. If we do an X from corner to corner, it'll give us that one. I'm just going to do that now. All of the diagonals going the one direction at the one time. Save a little bit of effort. The important thing here is to be careful that you're actually using the right lines when you're marking these. And now we're going to be doing diagonals in the opposite direction. If you can actually hear that buzzing, it's one of the fluorescent lights up above. Gets kind of annoying when it's quiet in here. Now the last thing I'm going to do now is punch for these 6 holes, and then we'll be ready to go drilling. Again, it's aluminium, it's thin. You want to punch lightly once you're in the correct position, and take care making sure that you get them in the right place, the punch marks. Right, so we have our pieces marked out, and now it's onto drilling. Right, to drill the number 5 piece now, we have 6 holes to drill here. Going to use a hand vise. It's a safer method of holding the work than using your fingers or putting the piece of metal in a vise. So with that in good and tight, I'll now be able to quickly drill all of the holes. This may be a bit loud. Only 2 more to go. And that's the drilling of the piece done. When you're drilling, sometimes sheet material, you can get rough push outs on the back. So just going to get a reasonably large drill bit and quickly just give these a slight chamfer on the back side. You can do this by drilling. It's risky if you don't have a lot of experience. You may drill through, and we don't want that. Putting it on a piece of work or on the bench can also provide a nice bit of support. And I mean, if all comes to all, you can use a file to improve the results. Okay, they all feel pretty smooth on the back now, so I'm happy enough. So that piece now is ready for cutting to shape and then bending. Alright, this is the bench shears here. If you want to cut off the excess material, this is the machine you really want to use for quick and easy cutting. If you don't feel comfortable, do some practice or use a file to remove the excess material. I'm going to do this off camera because I can't really find a place to put it on camera. Okay, to bend part 5, we're going to do this. We should be able to do 2 of them at the same time. We have a 90-degree bend here and 2 45-degree bends here. The machine is already set up for a 90-degree bend, so I'm going to do these ones first. You can see here where the bend is, so I'm just going to do those first. So if I'm careful now, I can clamp in both pieces at the one time and do them at the same time, which saves a bit of time and effort. As I said, this machine I know is already set up to 90 degrees because I was the one who set it up. If you are unsure, check it out before you use it. Clamp it down, double check this is bent slightly, and bend your machine up to 90 degrees. And there we have the two pieces done. Both bent to 90 degrees. So next it's for the 45 degree section. So we're going to have to change this angle here. So once again I get my angle cube. I'm going to loosen the lever at the back here, bring it down, bring up the clamping lever, put on my angle cube and turn it on. And I bring up the lever until the angle cube says 45 degrees. 45.5, 45.35, 45.05. I'm going to go with that. Okay, angle cube goes off. And it's a lovely magnetic base, so you can stick it pretty much anywhere in this machine. Now if we look at the drawing again, we have to bend here and here at 45 degrees, and they're both going to turn towards each other. Okay? So I'm actually going to do this bend here first of all, and then that one. I think if I do this one first, it may become a problem for the second one. If I bend this 45 degrees first, I should be able to. Yeah, sometimes you have to think about these things when you're doing them. And once again, I'm going to bend both pieces at the same time. Move the first one, trying to put in the second one. Yeah, we're going to find out if this was the smart way of doing it. We've got 45 degrees and it looks good. So we can bring both pieces back. I'm going to put them side by side now and do them both at 45 degrees. And get my finger. These small pieces are actually sometimes more tricky to put in place than the larger pieces. I'm getting a strange feeling. And there we go. So they're slightly less than, I'm just looking at them now, they're slightly less than 45 degrees. These two surfaces should be parallel. So I'm just going to bend that one a little with my hands. That looks pretty okay. This one actually just a tiny bit as well. And there we go. Both pieces manufactured. Next, move on to whatever piece you think next easiest. The next easiest probably after those are part 6 and 7. See you in the next video.